All right, I'm just gonna get on with it. All right.
Yeah.
Oh god. Well, that's gonna be good, isn't it?
I don't think you tightened the chuck.
No, I don't think I did either. That's all right.
Oh, well, I went out yesterday and got all the timber and everything for the demo on Sunday. Your Sunday, my Monday for
Yep.
Detroit. So,
People are looking forward to it. And nobody, well, they believe you, but they've never, a lot of people, I don't think anyone in the club, other than they have watched your one tour, have seen a 40-foot wood lathe.
I won't be turning on that.
Oh, I know that, but hopefully you've been able to do a little shop tour.
I did one during a turning talk, actually. Oh, well, I poked the camera out the door of the office and wandered around, but done nothing but rain and bloody have wind for the last 3 days there at the moment. And massive winds too. And there's the phone.
We've had the wind, but a lot of rain too.
Ah, phone stopped. That's good. Oh, I know. No, I know what it's for. Julie answered it inside.
I think Jay ought to get a different background that more reflects your weather.
Well, no, that does reflect the weather up until about a week ago, because we're in autumn now. Oh, it just come out of autumn anyway. Oh, what you call fall? Don't know why, but anyway.
Because the leaves are falling off the trees.
You've just got to be bloody different. That's all.
Well, it depends. It depends where you are. They call it fall or autumn. That's like potato and potato and spud.
Yeah, and tomato and tomato.
Yep.
And soldering and solder.
Yes.
Aluminium.
Yep, that's the way God meant it, but unfortunately it got changed.
Yeah, all because a signwriter left out the I.
Yep. Aluminium, mini.
Now this is going to be a strange question. Does Canada drive on the left or the right hand side of the road?
The same as us.
Oh yeah. I thought
This
being.
North American.
Mm-hmm.
And it's kind of nice now that the border's opening up. Canada is still checking on the way in. They've, their protections, but
Yeah.
our Detroit Windsor, the bridge and tunnel have been fairly busy even during COVID, with people who actually are, what do they call them? Needed workers. And there's a lot of
essential workers.
Essential workers, but there's also, we have bigger hospitals, and there's always been a joint emergency program between the Windsor itself, that's the city on the other side, where our bridge and tunnel end up at.
Yeah.
And we have a lot of people that live in Windsor that work in the hospitals here. They're interns, and it's part of their education. So during COVID, they were needed.
I was watching a quiz thing the other night, actually, and the one of the questions was, who are the Michigan Twins? Is it a basketball team, a hockey team, or a baseball team? And I got it right, actually. Baseball.
Okay, it must be minor league.
I don't know. It's a thing between because of Canada and or Windsor and Michigan.
Oh, okay. Detroit.
There you go, Bob. There you go, Bob. Is that a bit more satisfactory to your liking?
A storm.
You wanted Adelaide
And
weather.
that's
You got it.
That's your hometown?
Yeah, Adelaide's
Right up
hiding. Adelaide's hiding behind my lays.
Oh, okay.
If you drive past it too fast, you blink and you miss it.
You don't have any pictures of your town?
Yeah, they're hiding.
I mean, it's your town. You should be proud of it. There's always good and bad in any town.
Have a guess
But
what
it's
I'm. Have a guess what I'm doing next weekend.
building a shed.
No, that's this weekend.
Oh,
I won't be doing it live on a Saturday because I'll be having a car boot sale.
Ah,
oh.
very good. Where, outside the house or down somewhere else?
No, it's at the Salisbury RSL, and it's $15 a car, and yeah, so we're gonna go there.
Yeah, why
You're
not?
taking your artwork?
Yep.
And Amber's too.
Well, at least you can record some stuff.
Yeah,
And you
we're
can
gonna-
always play it back through, the software.
I was gonna do some videos for you guys. Well, for the internationals at least, anyway. Robbo gets to go to his own.
What's the matter?
I said,
Yeah,
yeah,
gotta go and get my phone. Why don't?
yeah, bugger off.
No, Julie might have answered it. She's
Oh,
expecting a call. Good day, Chris.
There you go.
Even a picture of Sydney would be great. But the Sydney, of course, the Opera House is the big thing there, or the big music hall.
No, it's always been the Harbour Bridge. Harbour Bridge and Opera House. What Sydney's
Yeah.
renowned for.
It's become an iconic landmark. I gotta go. The dog's putting a fuss up, and there shouldn't be anybody in the yard.
It shouldn't be. It shouldn't be, Chris. Chris says he boosted his load 3 inches. Now it's uncomfortably close to his face. Try standing up straight, then. Right. Yeah, once you get used to it, you'll find it much easier. Particularly if you're doing real turning. Yeah, and you don't have a beard like this to get caught in it either. Yeah. As soon as people start complaining about backaches when they're working at the lathe, it's generally the first question I ask them is, what height is it?
Yeah, Riley was on the ball, but the kids from next door that had a ball in the yard, so they hopped the fence.
And you're being rude, Jay. Putting that picture up there. Giving totally the wrong impression.
Told you you'd have a soccer.
Yeah, now I know what you were talking about. Before, when you said, yeah, you're going to kill me. Just another nail in the voodoo doll.
Yeah, I got to figure out some way. Well, I've got a big exhaust fan. I'm just going to have to come Friday when school's out and the kids will be free. Grab a couple of them, grab them if I can get both of them, and we can put a fan in the roof of the garage.
Well, that's what kids are for.
Especially when you say, hey, you can get on the roof or on the ladder on the inside to help center what, you can always find work for them. But it's time that of the year for us to clean the gutters from all the leaves from fall and flush
G'day,
them
Mike.
down with garden hoses. And I think what the interesting discussion is that after, I plan and get the kids to help do something around the house, and it's of the quote adults here, they'll get talking. Well, Bob's a little old to be getting up on a ladder and on the roof. And then the other argument is, well, yeah, but he's got to feel useful. And then the
That's it.
argument is over. Which is more important? And it's interesting to hear them discuss it.
Well, as long as the discussion doesn't turn into, oh well, with a bit of luck he might fall off the perch.
Oh, I'm insured, so they that wouldn't mind them at all. But I do all the maintenance around the house because the guy that lives here and his girlfriend, they, we get a drain backed up and let's call a plumber. And I said, no, I've got a snake. I've got the plungers. It's not a problem. They're easy to fix. Garbage disposal burns out. Well, we're going to have to get someone to buy one, get one and install it. No, I come back from the store and I grab the 10-year-old and you're going to learn to put a disposal in. Well, he was 12 at the time.
How you going, Mike?
And I had him do it. I talked him through it all and he was another foot taller when he was done.
So, Robbo.
Yeah,
That built pride.
Dark's got his own live running right now.
yeah, I know. I just read that.
So it's all good. I know if it's hectic.
Yeah,
I've been thinking about.
I got you.
Yeah, I don't know how to get in there, so I won't worry about it.
Well, there's a trick to do it.
Go to
where
the link in the private
do
chat.
it and then you do a share screen of it.
Private chat.
I'll have a look and see what he's up to.
I've had to fix some. I've had
Bailey, you just missed your shout out.
Yeah, man. I just did your mail call like I should have done like a month ago. 2 months ago.
He just opened the mail.
I just gave you major props, though, dude. I just gave you major props.
Wonder if I should scare hell out of him and go into his chat. Should we do an invasion on him? All right.
Done anyway, man. As soon as I'm done, I don't keep live streaming.
Anyone that's in my YouTube,
Mike, what are you doing? Mike and Brian.
you have to wait.
Yeah, Mike.
How come you're muted, Robo?
Rightio, back in there again.
Good.
Yeah, I'll be back there in a sec.
Nearly dinner time there, so. Now that's where a gooseneck is very handy, Jay, to get in underneath that lip there. You're muted. You're muted, Jay.
I was still in the other chat.
Oh, sorry.
When you said about the gooseneck, Dougie comes up and goes, I thought he left the chat. I don't see him in here, but I can still hear him. You could hear through my other stream.
Oh, yeah. You're right, Chris. This will destroy the space-time continuum. Like I said, two places at once.
Yeah.
I wish.
Hey, Doug didn't know what to do with himself when we both rocked up, did he?
Oh, well.
Funny. Yes, I'm gonna. I think I might just buy the gooseneck module that comes with the Robert Sorby texturing tool. This there's another.
I didn't think they had a gooseneck for it.
Yeah, there's
No, I didn't
another.
either.
There's another 5 attachments you can buy for this handle.
Yeah, just be very careful because that handle's really not long enough for doing that sort of shit.
Yep.
Unless you're doing miniatures.
Yep. Well, this pretty much is, isn't it?
No, not really. You'd be surprised at the amount of force over that. It's all physics. Wood turning is all physics.
Amen. And in reality, most of it is simple math.
It's, like I say, it's either physics or geometry, one or the other. Did you get some WD-40 while you're out, Jay?
No, I'm going to buy that tomorrow when I get paid.
Okay, right here.
I'll get it from Bunnings when I get the shed there. So
Yep. And get the one with the nozzle already fitted. The long tube.
the skinny tube.
Yeah. I think they all come like that now. They used to just come with a thing, and you had a plastic tube taped to the side of the thing that you could put into the main nozzle.
Yeah. Yep, that's what I was picturing at least.
Because invariably you lose the small plastic tube.
Yeah.
Don't ask me how I know.
There used to
no,
be.
it's actually a gremlin that eats them, and we have them here too.
Yeah, I think the pencil fairy gets in with cahoots with whoever else it is.
The Bunnings near us, they used to have spare straws if you needed them. Like you could just take them.
Oh yeah.
I suppose because they had that many cans that went haywire or didn't work. Got any spares
Yeah.
left?
Yeah, I know. When I buy the stuff, I get it with the straw built in. It just flips up.
Yeah, that's right. That's the best way of getting it.
Yeah,
And
I have both.
Yeah, and you can still use the full spray nozzle at the top without, if you don't extend the straw up.
Yes.
Much better idea, in my opinion.
That took a little engineering to think of it.
Yeah.
All
right.
It does
Well,
work.
like I said, it's lunchtime, so I'll catch you all later. See you tomorrow.
See you later. Thanks for coming
Yep.
in.
See you, Chris. See you, Mike. Bob.
Yep. Take care. Find something you shouldn't?
I think it's just a rock. Yeah.
I've seen that happen in some trees where they grow around them. And I've
Yeah.
also seen them where because they're in a wet area, and this was most Southeast Asia, uh, because it was wet, the rocks kind of formed in the trees as, the tree grew around them, little pebbles, because they grew so quick. Watching you do that, Jay, makes me think. Uh, when you go to shopping to your Bunnings, you ought to see what a small compressor would run.
I went and had a look when I had my little air gun debacle, and it's $150 was their cheapest compressor.
Oh my God. And those are on wheels?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, too bad that we haven't invented the TARDIS yet. I'd load one in it and bring you one. Ship it to you, because I got a couple. I got a small one that was done. It's the generic Chinese brand tank
Yep.
type, small on wheels, really little wheels. And it was here it was rebranded for a tool brand, and it at the time run me 129, and it did everything I needed. But I had a bigger one offered me free if I wanted to rebuild it, so I said yes. And then there was one of the people in our club. We wanted a compressor that we could have in our shop, and there were 3 people offer up compressors and bring them in, and they kept one that would be big enough. We plumbed our shop our shop, and that we had where we had our meetings before, because we have our own lathes and tool setups.
Yep.
And put air there for them. And one of the people there said, "Well, if you have no need for it, I'll borrow it." And it's been borrowed for 5 years.
No, I did it
I
when
think
Because I've got 2 here, and I don't use the biggest of them. I'd like to. I've rebuilt it. It's just that it's big.
Yep.
It's more than, because I don't do a lot of stuff with air tools.
In about a month, I should be able to afford to buy one. So, from never owning one to having to wait a month, that's not too bad, I suppose.
No.
I'll mute that.
No, it wasn't too noisy. a good night.
See you later, Chris. Thanks for coming in. Take it easy. See, I resined this glass in yesterday.
Oh, that ended up quite well.
This is just a sample piece, and luckily it's only a sample piece because the resin cracked the glass.
Yeah, it does expand.
It's I tried to get it to just sit in the bottom part where I hollowed it out, but some of it actually squashed through and came up into here.
Uh-huh.
And that's where it attacked the thinner glass from its little heat reaction it has when it's curing. And I got this one here.
You're not going to sell it for $1, are you?
Nah.
That's a good $10.
I thought, since it's a thinner type of glass, it's not going to get smashed down like a wine glass or a champagne glass might when they get a bit drunk. So I put the thinner base on this one. So, and then I've got a champagne glass, but that's inside. I'll have to grab that later. I ended up using 5-minute epoxy.
Have you? What you need to do is get your lovely other half to make you up a nice sign.
Yes, that'll be nice. And also, in the bottom of, can you see like a gold or something in the bottom there?
Yes, in the center.
It's the tiny little balls.
Yeah, that's unique. I like that. You're awfully creative.
These little ones.
Uh-huh. Well, it was you rubbed off on me over the year because I've got the idea and indirectly about experimenting and like you do, and things I've thought of now I'm trying.
Yep, that's good. Yeah, you don't know unless you try.
Yeah, and I've got the tools to do it because people over the years, because I've done a lot of stuff for people and I won't take money for it.
Yep.
Maybe I'm a fool, but if it's an urn for a body, I can't do that. If it's for a vet, if it's for someone else, then I'll take the money. But if it's a vet, I won't.
Yes.
But it's interesting because people have given me stuff over the years that is really now I'm pulling out to use. I found I had like a dozen gift certificates that were still good that people have given me in the last 3 or 4.
Yeah.
So I finally pulled them together, and when I called to order it, and it's a nice one. It has the filters on each side. In talking to them, and one of the things that a lot of companies have, if they give discounts to seniors and to vets and businesses and stuff like that, and I noticed in their catalog it said that they were good at that. So I happened to, when I was talking with a salesperson rep, when I mentioned that, well, I'm a ex-POW from the Vietnam era, and he said, "Oh, you get distributor pricing. What do you want?" And I said, what do I need? And he said, oh, $50, $40 ought to be enough.
Yep.
And I said, okay, that's pretty steep for just a face mask. He
Yeah, it
said,
is.
this one's 38. And I said, okay, charge 38. When I got it in and started comparing all the prices, because I got like 4 sets of filters, and they have
Yep.
the big filters that fit on it, and a full shield, and a couple of face screens that can go over it to protect it.
Yep.
I mean, a big box of stuff. And I started adding it up from their catalog prices. It was well over $200.
Bloody hell. So you did good then.
Yeah. Well, a lot of U.S. companies really try to help the vets out, because a lot of them were vets, but they've seen over, like in the last 4 years, a lot of them how we've been treated, and trying to close down our hospitals and cut back hours, cut back staff, have equipment but won't pay to have it installed, and then try to sell all the to a company in Europe as a
Yep.
chain.
Yeah, well, as long as you're getting some bargains.
Oh yeah, the people are doing a lot, particularly with the COVID. It's like, well, the guy was honest. He said it might take me a couple of days to get it out. He says, and I asked, well, it's nice that you can work. He says, well, I own the company and it's my warehouse, and I just have the phone come to my cell phone when it rings. And next time I get down to the warehouse, I'll fill your order.
Nice. I like that. It's nice to know the owner, isn't it?
Yeah, I had no idea. I know he imports all the stuff, and he has a big warehouse.
Yeah.
And he's one of about 10 companies that sell the same product. But
Okay.
he just said none of them are out of date, and
Yep.
everything is sealed. And I'll send you what. He said they might say demo on some of them, but I'm tired of dusting them. I got a big box of goodies.
Nice. Yeah. That's very good.
Yeah,
never
and
run
I
out.
put it on when I was busy working with my big grinding system that I got. And because of all the dust from the logs, the old wood, and Riley had to come up and look at me, and he didn't growl because he doesn't do that much, but he just couldn't understand me. I had to look straight at him, and he looked through the face mask, and he could see my face, and that was all right. Otherwise, he was very upset that I was at the lathe.
Maybe you don't like the sound of the motor.
No, he doesn't mind it at all. He just will lay down, and he thinks it's great to have shavings fly on him.
So he's got his blanket flying all over it, keeping him warm.
I don't know if it's that he enjoys it, but I know he likes laying on the floor because it's in the summer, because it's concrete and it's cooler.
Yes. Yeah, the bottom floor in our house is concrete, and that's always nice and cool in the summertime downstairs. I know what he means.
Yeah. And he's got to know what I do over the years, because he always lays with his back to the toolbox so he can look up to see what I'm doing by just turning his head. But that gives me his 4 paws that stick out, and he's grown considerably. I got to make sure I don't step on him.
Yes. Yep.
But when he was a little pup, he loved to play in them. Uh, he was never really little, but bulldogs aren't.
Yep.
But he would sit there and try to, like a cat, catch the shaving, and then that over about a year got boring. Now he just likes to lay there and watch, and I think that the vibration of the lathe on the concrete floor is soothing, because he always makes sure he puts his body on the big anti-static mat, but his head lays on the concrete so he can feel it.
Oh yeah. Yeah,
That's
could
my
be.
assumption, but he always seems to do it, whether he's head first to the door or tail first.
Getting rocked to sleep.
Yeah, the vibration of it. But there's times when I want to get to my toolbox behind me, and he lays between it, and it's like he'll look at me and if he was a person, I think the comment would be made is that I was here first. Comments like that. Or
Yeah.
you can't reach the drawer and pull it open. Because he sees me do it all the time from the bottom.
Yes.
When he lays down or when he's sitting watching me open drawers and take stuff in and out of it. And I'm sure that he figured out that it has to do with what I'm making.
Yep.
Are you working on the neck or the inside shoulder?
In the shoulder here, I got a catch with the other tool, so I'm just trying to clean that up a bit.
Yeah.
That's the catch.
Yeah, one trick or one habit you ought to get into before you exit or enter inside of an opening like that is to uh, do it through the center of the hole, away from
Yep.
edges where you can get a catch. And if you can make that a habit without thinking, it
Yes.
cuts down on those neck problems.
Yeah, the only reason the hole was so big on the first one I did is because I got too close to the edge, pulling it out a couple of times.
Yeah. Now, when I do hollowing, it's become a habit, even as a teenager when I was learning to turn, was the fact that when you enter an exit, an opening, a round opening, you do it from the middle.
Yep.
Never try to figure out, because you can't see the end of your tool.
Yeah.
And if you're not perpendicular to the wood, then it's going to catch on the way out.
Well, I've got a marking on the tool so I can see when it's flat.
You got company behind you.
Well,
Yeah.
no, all right, it'll be like that.
Well, I think that's decent. You got a loyal follower that's doing 50-50.
Yeah. Yeah. Hey.
Why is it catching?
Oh, it's because it's the heartwood's really tough, and then the outside's not so tough. So I'm kind of getting that meeting spot.
Okay.
I think that's what it is.
You're staying level. You're making sure the cutter is parallel to the bed. It looks like you're tipping it up a bit.
Yeah.
And that makes it more aggressive and easier to catch.
Yeah. I think I need to attach a level onto here so I know I've got it straight.
Also, you're cutting uphill. The
Yeah.
tool, it looks, maybe it's an illusion, but it looks like it's not on center. It's above center. And that'll always give you a catch.
Fuck, that hurt. Yep, alright. I've just discovered a slight problem.
You know, if you got few shekels left over, oh, okay, yeah, that's a problem.
Yep. So I'll raise it.
Glad that come loose and you blew your workpiece. If you
Yes.
you need to take it, you know, you can fix it, but you have to take it out completely and clean everything off the metal.
Yeah.
And I would recommend taking a heavy file or hacksaw or something and score the metal so it
Flatten
has
one side
something
a bit.
for the glue to stick with.
Yeah, I'll use resin this time, I think.
Well, you still need it something that has teeth that it can stick to.
Yeah.
That's the thing. You need to score the handle back there with something, even if it's some hacksaw cuts, but in different directions to give it something that it can set up with.
I'll put it on the grinder. Well, that would explain why it was maybe vibrating a little bit.
Yep.
Well, it's pretty
That's
much
gonna-
done. Sorry?
That'll put you out for today.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. That's pretty much the end of me for today.
At least in turning.
Yep.
Then we'll catch you tomorrow night.
Yep. I'll be here. Thank you
See
very
if
much
you
for
can
coming.
find a picture for a background of your community, your street, something that
I'll
shows,
take a photo.
you know, something about where you live.
Yep. Oops. That's it.
Even if it's the bar you used to hang out in.
I was never into that.
No, you know what I mean. It's a figure of speech.
Yeah, no, I'll find something for you.
Your favorite pub, your favorite food joint. And you can mix them up, take a dozen pictures. Of course, your boot sale, you know, how you're set up and, you know, maybe there's some crowd shots or something like that. Some other artists that you see that you like.
Yeah.
And just get a bunch of single shots taken on your cell phone, then move them over to your computer so you can
My mum's a
something
painter.
different.
My mum's a painter, so I'll get some of her stuff as well. I'll show you.
Yes. So
She does some nice stuff.
your skill as an artist is genetic.
Yeah. Something like that. Didn't get passed down to my sister though.
She's older or younger?
Younger.
So she just maybe hasn't had it connect with her yet.
No, maybe not. Alright.
But I'll let you go. Take care of that.
Yep. All right.
I'll get Riley out to do his business because otherwise he'll wake me up at 2 a.m. and he has a whine that always means I got to go.
Yeah.
know, it's
I'm
like
having
they're talking. He knows, it's like he's saying that he has to go outside, and it's identical, the same type of whimper or whine.
Yep.
That I got to go. And the louder it is, it's more urgent.
Hmm.
You know,
Yes.
it's just, you got to listen to pets.
Yes, you do, definitely.
Talk to you later.
Have a good
I'll
day
get out.
tomorrow.
Yep.
All right.